I'm impressed a man of your scant years can properly appreciate them.
I would gladly talk the night away with a man of your genius.
They're a matched pair.
Damon, ring a bell.
Ring a bell, please. We're in the middle of an important discussion. As am I, my friend. This is art, romance. You'll come to understand in a few years. And as I recall, we didn't come here to talk. We came to procure Vestal garb as quickly as possible. While you were chatting, I searched. My efforts bore unexpected fruit, that's all.
So, you've come to me because of your need for new vestments, have you?
I have. The garb housed in the temple was lost to the darkness. We found it in scraps, sir.
Those garbs are woven from rainbow thread. No substitute will suffice.
And is this thread something you keep on hand?
I fear not, my dear. The Vestal to wear the garb must procure the thread herself. It is tradition.
But why?
The last Vestal of Wind did so, as did her predecessor and countless Vestals before. Even had I the thread used to craft the last Vestal's garb, I could not fashion it into aught of use to you.
I understand. Tell me where I must go.
Of course, my child. But come, the day is nearly spent. Stay the night. Oh, yes, if you girls would like, I would be happily obliged to make space in my own bed for you.
Unacceptable. Likewise.
Then let the two of us pass the night in ardent conversation.
He's like, oh, God damn it, no, why? Ah, cutscenes. Damn it.
Good morning. Slept well, I trust? Idea, was it? How about making a nip of breakfast now for an old man, eh?
What? Why should I cook for you?
Because a young beauty's home-cooked meal is far more appetizing than anything I might make myself, of course. Given her upbringing, I've grave doubts the Vestal could boil water, let alone cook. That leaves you.
Food can wait, Sage. Now the location of the rainbow thread, if you please.
And yes, jealous are you? Oh, that's adorable.
The location of the rainbow thread, if you please.
You're no fun at all. Very well, then. I prepared a light meal while you were sleeping. Eat before you go. You'll find the rainbow thread very deep in a cave that is far west of here. I shall mark it upon your map.
Very good. Finally, that's all we came here to do, and not engage in a multitude of conversations that have most likely siphoned off into another video. Welcome to Bravely Default. So we've got ourselves a party chat here, and if we would like to indulge, such sweet sorrow. Excellent. I think I accidentally activated the one from the Wind Temple, but I don't remember. But anyway, it appears as though he cooked for us anyway. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, but still decent. Yeah, it would have been such an awkward, just like, I don't know, being 4 people and then just going to some old dude's treehouse and having a bit of breakfast and then, I don't know. So anyway, apparently Idea cooks, but could you imagine what a lady of the Etrian air army does? She had to pick something. Jam and butter omelet. Ugh, that sounds so weird. And then whipped chestnut and sweet. Like, what kind of foods are these? I've never, I don't know. Yeah. Condensed milk risotto? Ugh. I don't know. Oh, yep. She's a cook of her own generation. But maybe next time. Now, interestingly enough, this is an area that you probably want to take a look at. If we head over in here, I do believe there should be a couple of hidden items. Maybe not. Our hat will phase through and that'll be amazing. Might actually... There we go. So we got a peace ring, which might be something you want to equip. And on top of that, over... Is it this one? Or right over... It might be over here, maybe. Here we go. Antarctic Wind. So again, some more elemental-based attacks that we can kill enemies with. But check it out. Not only do we have the Wanderer, but we have ourselves a sweet-ass fox that will act as our mage area, I believe. And our armory, and our trader. So at this point, if you don't want to go all the way back to Caldisla to buy whatever we need over there, like Poisona, Blindna, and stuff, you can actually get them here. But I went ahead and already bought them off screen a really long time ago, so we're good with that, and that's all I'll have for magic. However, for the armory, you get quite a large expanse of new equipment you can equip, and that was a great sentence, but everything here is weak for us. I'm already doing really well for myself, although this Mithril Spear is going to do better for Ring-a-Bell. He's going to stay a merchant for a little bit longer. I think once we get to like job level like 11 or 12, we can get an increase in gold that we get after battle, but for the most part we don't really need to. This Mithril Bow would also be pretty good on Ring-a-Bell, so well, just not really. And the Mithril Knuckles, of course, if you feel like you still want to use the Monk, which is perfectly fine. He has probably one of the highest health that of any of the jobs you can get, so if you want to, don't feel bad. The Mithril Shield looks like it'll be doing pretty well for all of our members here. I don't think I will buy it though, although for some reason I can equip it on Tiz, maybe. Then we got the cat ear hood, raises magic attack. Yeah, a lot of this stuff we don't really even need to worry about. I'm actually going to be saving up for some armor for all of our characters here that we will equip at the end of the Vestment Cave. So, and then we got Mithril Gloves. That probably won't really come into effect for any of us, so nothing we need to buy there. And then last but not least, our trader, which will give us our run-of-the-mill items here if you want, so it's up to you if you want that. I just think it's awesome that goddamn fox can do that for us. We got this little puppy over here, or whatever the heck that thing is. I'm gonna go fishing and all that nonsense. And we've also got a pig over there just oinking his life away. But with that, the needleworks is done, and we need to head off to the cave to procure ourselves some rainbow thread. Lots of exposition to let us on. So, actually, you know what? We can't even make it from there, so let's go around this way. And we have to go all the way down, around this large lake, and that's how we're gonna make it. So, and remember, in the last part I mentioned that other cave. You can't actually enter that yet. But for now, let's get into one fight before we enter, just for good measure. And oh great, a panther. These guys are going to be so difficult. Oh boy, whatever we're going to do. And oh, also Agnes can apparently use her special, so that's pretty good. And then Tiz. The way to get Tiz's special up is really awkward, and we don't really have a good way of doing that yet as far as things stand, because Tiz is not very well versed in black magic, so we'll just go ahead and wait on that for a little bit. And wow, that panther actually survived. And we're missing. We're doing horrible. Because Greater Kate's gonna kick our ass, especially considering how weak Adia is. Alright, so he's probably gonna do something silly like pay to play, probably. Maybe, nope, he's dead. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Thanks, Tizzy. You did great. Alright. So, enough of overworld shenanigans. Let's go ahead and enter the Vestment Cave, ladies and gentlemen.
Ugh, what a dank, wretched place. Who knows what's lurking inside? Are we certain we'll find this thread in here?
I wouldn't put it past that sage to be pulling our leg. A slippery old fox, that one.
Said the slippery young fox. The sage has aided Vestals in their service for at least 2 generations. Let us trust in him for now.
Then we've no reason to stand around debating. Let's press on.
Awesome. So, I actually really like this place. It is really kind of cool looking, and the atmosphere is awesome, and it's nice that they're not just going to go with the, you know, tried and true themes that we've seen in other dungeons and areas. However, it does serve as a bit of a maze because we have to go through winding areas and discover every nook and cranny across 3 floors, and it's just overall not very fun. Anyway, we've got ourselves a new type of enemy here, the Blood Bat. He is weak to wind, strangely enough, but also weak to another element that we haven't really had an opportunity to delve much into, and that is light. And that's something we'll be able to deal with in a little bit, but for now we'll just go and stick with Arrow for a bit. Again, all of these wind-based creatures being weak against wind, and we'll go and finish them off probably with a little bit of white magic. There you go. And Tiz, you can default because you'll kill them instantly otherwise. So yeah, these guys will be a little bit tougher than before, but for the most part, they should be a-okay. Alright, you guys gonna attack? Nothing? Alright. Rest in peace, I guess. Gives us more of an opportunity to cast magic here and probably build up Idia's special for this next boss. If you're not careful, it will be kind of a doozy to fight. So, if anything, I would recommend being at least level 15 or 16 before fighting him. And, of course, I don't know how I can say that considering I'm, level 18 now? Moving on to 19. I'm old enough to vote and die in a war, but not purchase a pint at the pub. So, oh, and check it out, we've got ourselves zombie wolves, believe it or not. Yes, zombie wolves. Okay, so again, these are undead, and they are actually weak to fire. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a couple of different things here. Because I want Idia to go ahead and get her special out during these next couple areas, we're going to cast fire. And there we go. And I think they're also weak against light as well. And you know what? Screw it. We'll try curing them just in case, because we felt bad for them. So we'll cure all of those guys. Anyas, you can default, as well as Tiz. All right, let's see what you got for us. Oh, self-cannibalize. Okay, so they raise their physical attack by eating themselves. Makes a whole ton of sense, but that's all right. So, okay, they are weak against fire. Good. Whew. So, there we go. Yes, let the hate flow through you, Idia. Cast that fire. Alright, and we're Sweeper. Excellent, so that gives us additional gold. And you know what? If I'm gonna have Tiz not be killing everybody instantly, I think I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to go and just switch him for a little bit into the merchant class, because we're not gonna be a thief and we're not gonna level up for a little while, so might as well get a little bit of extra cash out of it while we can, since there are some pretty expensive armors that I would like to buy before the fight. And it will be the only armor we'll need for a pretty long time, and we can totally go over here. Damn it. Need to look at the bottom screen a little bit more. I am playing off my computer screen, by the way, just because I'm still using a first generation 3DS to record all of this, so screens are a little bit small and I like being able to see things. So, and it's not even full screen, so. Anyway, Tiz looks badass too with his ridiculously large top hat. It's absurd. We'll go ahead and let Idia do the same exact thing, at least until she gets some stuff. And I doubt, here, let's go ahead and heal once. Heal everybody there. Yeah, because creatures of the undead variety will take damage, in case you guys missed the last little investment of that. Default and default. Cool. So, I'm going to eat myself. And there you go. Cool. Good for you guys. Yeah, and they braved as well, so that's their little mantra. Anyways, I'm going to die. Cool. Oh, didn't quite die all the way, but here. Let me help you guys out there. Don't worry. Got you covered. Cool. Alright, so Sweeper again. I would like to be a Sweeper Ace. I don't think I've gotten that yet, so if we get too many of those guys, I'll probably just end up cutting that, but this area is pretty lengthy, and I will probably have to cut in the middle of it, so. Alright, very nice. So this first item is a Phoenix Down. Very nice. Did we already collect a chest down there? I think we might have. It's kind of difficult to tell. If I had leveled up Ringabel to a level 4, whatchamacallit, Freelancer, we would be able to get the Divining Rod ability, which I mentioned in the past, and that would allow us to check what chests are on the screen without having discovered them. So these guys, I'll just take them out, I guess. And here, oh, there we got our special, we're good. And here, you know what, Tiz, you just need like 2 hits and then they're done. Even as he is right now, although Merchant isn't really the most powerhouse heavy, that weapon is still pretty ace, so. And it looks so bizarre. Oh, and I charmed him, I think. That's kind of what it looked like. Oh, and a couple, what part was it? When we defeated the Profiteur Chairman, I think I mentioned that I think we charmed him. I don't think you can charm bosses. I thought you could early game, but apparently I don't think in general you can, even if they aren't, like, immune to it. So, I don't know. A little strange. Okay, so we gotta be careful here. We should be getting a couple of new enemies here because the fact that we are only fighting zombie wolves and bloodbats is a little strange, because I think there's supposed to be 2 other ones. And if we don't find them, then I'll be a little worried, but no, it's still these guys. At least they are up in the ante a little bit. Alright, I'm going to attack with Anyas, and here, Tiz, you can just do whatever. This is pretty much how this is going to look. Just gonna go whack people over the face with, like, stabs and things.